This video is about their plans for you. What do I mean? Plans. These gang stalkers, the organizations, continually tries to plan for your life. And I'm going to be very serious on this one. For those of physical gang stalking that go through blacklisting of jobs, defamation, lies, whatever, the whole gamut of which experienced TIs know about. They will continually try to shape your life. They will continually try to infiltrate into your personal day-to-day life. People that you want to leave behind who have not shown you any support, they will want to come into your life again and again and think that you are going to be accepting of their infiltration. That's no less of what I experience with certain people in the household I live in. But it doesn't even stop there. There are people on the street, not every day, but here and there, that will try to ingratiate themselves by being, your friends. And I came to a hard conclusion that although I will remain polite, I will greet them if they greet me, I will not fall into the trap of their systematic, don't get it attitude. And there's so much more to it. Their plan for you is not a good plan. I'm going to give you an example. This is real simple. I've gone completely quiet with these in my apartment. I've made modifications to how I'll communicate from now on, even further. I've been testing things out, I think, subconsciously. And I see that even if I do general videos, of which I have to be clear in the enunciation of my words, it still upsets the circle of individuals listening into my apartment called GS relatives. I don't care about that because I'm not really, when I'm doing general videos, I don't talk about them. I talk about life, the entanglement of emotions and whatever else that comes into it. And the bottom line is this, that this morning I got up about 4 a.m. I completely defragged yesterday, just giving into rest and watching movies, sleeping here and there. Needed. It was so needed because I have things coming up that are more important than these attention seekers. But this morning I laughed. And I'm going to tell you something. The lady was upset upstairs. She thinks everything I do has to be either a conspiracy or I shouldn't be laughing. And they actually told me this when I first re-met them back in 2012. They said, "We don't like it when you laugh." Then the next thing they'll say, "Oh, why don't you laugh?" But they said that way before as well. And I thought to myself, oh yes, she doesn't like that I'm laughing. You see, when I laugh, it's either at a funny program that I'm watching or a joke, or sometimes rather than getting angry, whatever, I will just laugh. And that bugs them. I'm also improving my communication level on private calls or even videos of where I'm going to do certain things, to be able to record videos without them getting the gist of what I'm talking about. But I started to think, yes, they have plans for you. And when you break the code that they want to put into you, they get very, very upset. You're breaking the rules is like the implication of what they're trying to say. But when you start to come out of what they think you should be doing, you start to free yourself up to do what you think is right for your life. I'm not going to say things are easy. I'm not going to say that. I'm not even going to put that in there. I'm just going to say, it's not they, it's you. That's what's important. And that's what I now try to strive for more and more. I will be honest with you. I have worked through the issues. I continually work through the issues. But I have to remain strong. And when I start to think constructively, putting certain parameters into place, I think constructively. I will say I am ruthless in terms of I don't have any mercy for them. I have no sympathy for them. I have no forgiveness for them. I always say, let their God forgive them, or whatever. It's between them and their God, if I have to use that word. The only thing that I owe anybody is to be polite, to retain the person that I am. I've always been polite. I've always encouraged. But I was still encouraging when I was even suffering, even before GS. And some things are self-inflicted because we're not finding solutions for ourselves. And it's easy to put the onus on the other, but there's a time and a place where you have to rein in all these things and start working on yourself. Many do, many don't. That's what's important. It's no longer they, it is you. Just remember that. Isolation creates a whole mindset that can really upset the cradle. And when you let it take over you, that's when the trouble comes. And you have to start regaining yourself more and more as best as you can. I always say as best as you can, because there's no morality to it. There's no discussion on it. It's about you, and it's about what you can do. To all TI, stay safe. I'm not going to say I know you. talking my head off, but anyways, I'm just standing in front of the supermarket right now. It's getting close to opening time right now. But I'm looking forward to it.